So today we are doing problems where we are going to need to do some unit conversions. So the first problem says, park rangers are putting up a fence along a 2-mile section of campground. How many feet of fencing will they need? So right here I have my chart to the right that has all my conversions for units of length. And so I'm going to decide which one do I need to look at. So I have 1 foot, 2 inches, yard to feet, yard to inches, mile to yards. Then lastly, I have this 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. And so that is what my problem is asking right here. How many feet of fencing are they going to need? So I'm just going to draw a quick chart, and I'm going to put miles, and then on this side I'm going to put feet. And this is going to help me keep my information organized. So I know right now, just by looking at this chart right here, that 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. But now the question asks me, if I'm putting up fencing along a 2-mile section of campground, how many feet of fencing will they need? So I need to know for now 2 miles. So what I could do is take 1 foot, which is 5,280, and now I could multiply it by 2, because not only do I need 1 mile worth of fencing, I need 2. So I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply it by 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, 5. And 2 times 5 is 10. So now I would need 10,560 feet of fencing. I'm going to go ahead and put that number here in the chart. And that is feet. Remember, what I'm doing is I'm changing my miles into how many feet. And 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. 2 miles equals 10,560 feet. Well, what happens if they would want now 3 miles worth of fencing? So I'm just going to put a 3 right here. In order to finish and complete this chart, I could do a couple different things. I could add on 5,280, or I could multiply by 3. Take that 1 mile, which is 5,280, and multiply it by, I want 3 of them. 3 times 0, 24. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, and 3 times 5 is 15. So now, 15,840 feet. And that is for 3 miles. I could continue on with my chart if they asked me for 10 miles or 20 miles, 15 miles. I could always continue on with this chart, and you'll start to notice the pattern. I take whatever my mile number is and I multiply it by 5,280. All right, we're going to move up and go to this second problem right here. I have an art teacher has 5 pounds of clay. Each student needs 1 ounce to complete the project. How many students can complete the project? Well, what information do we first need in order to solve this? I need to know 1 pound equals how many ounces? And I have my chart over here so we can see that it equals 16 ounces. And we're going to use that to help us do our project here. Okay, so I have 1 pound. I'm just going to draw a picture here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sometimes when you're doing math, if you're stuck on what exactly to do, always draw a picture and see if that helps you. So right now, I'm going to label this. This is 1 pound. and I have 1 pound, 1 pound, and finally my last pound. And these are going to be like my pounds of clay here. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pounds. Remember, my problem says I have 5 pounds of clay. And each student needs 1 ounce to complete the project. So I need to know how many total ounces of clay I have. So now when I go back to the information up here, it tells me that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So what I'm going to do is take that and put it inside here. So 1 pound, and we just said equals how many? 16. 1 pound equals how many ounces? 16. 1 pound equals 16 ounces, right? Again, 1 pound, 16, 1 pound, 16. So now I have a couple different ways that I could figure this out. I could add up 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. Or another way, I'm going to put like plus signs in between here. You could add those together. Another way is to take 16 and I am multiplying it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. I'm going to go ahead and do that. 5 times 6, carry my 3s, 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So my answer is 80 total ounces. So 5 pounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when we convert them into ounces, equals 80 ounces. So let's go back up and see if that answers the question here. How many students can complete the project? They each need 1 ounce of clay. Well, if I have 80 ounces and they each need 1 ounce, then I could have 80 students complete the project. And finally, our last problem here that we're going to try. A camp counselor is building a bench. She has 1 piece of wood that is 3 yards long and another that is 7 feet long. If she puts these 2 pieces together, what will the length of the bench be in feet? Okay, so when we're looking at this problem, we need to convert to feet. Okay, so she has a piece of wood that is 3 yards long. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this piece right here. We're converting to feet. And then don't forget she's got this other piece right here that's going to be 7 feet. Okay, so right here I'm going to take this piece of wood that is pink that I'm drawing right here. Okay, and I'm going to cut it into 3 yards long. So let's see right here. Here's 1 yard. Here's 1 yard. And then finally here's 1 yard. So we could all agree and say that we have 1, 2, 3 yards plus 7 feet. And if we go back up to our problem, we have 3 yards and then another piece that's 7 feet. All right, but we need to convert and change them all into feet here. So I'm going to look at my chart over here, and it tells me that 1 yard right here equals 3 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and see right here from this yard, for 1 yard, that's going to equal 3 feet. And here's another yard, that's going to equal 3 feet. And then finally my 3rd yard, that's going to equal 3 feet. And so now I'm able to add all of my feet together. I have 3 feet plus 3 feet plus 3 feet, 3, 6, 9, 9 feet plus my 7 feet gives me a total of 16 feet. Go back and make sure that that answers my question. If she puts these 2 pieces together, what will the length of the bench be in feet? Well, here are my 9 feet that I converted, plus my 7 feet gives me 16 feet for my total bench. And now here is your lesson practice. Two students had a running race. It took one student 2 minutes to run from one end of the playground to the other. It took the other 98 seconds. How much faster was the second student's time? And then here's your chart that I have placed here for you. 60 seconds, as a reminder, is equal to 1 minute.